our Twitch and also on our YouTube channel to see who is available. And I'm also pre-recording it as well, so that we can post it later. Now, thank you for joining. My name is Ben, and I will always be here to speak what I know to be fact and nothing but fact. The topic is there, control opposition. What is control opposition, by the way? How many of us understand what a control opposition is? When you hear control opposition, what does it really mean? What does it entail? So it's so important that we actually know what is control opposition. So I'm going to ask ChatGPT, what is control opposition? Okay, now I am asking the question now just for my own knowledge. Let's just assume that I don't know what it is. So this is the answer. I say control opposition refer to a person or a group or a movement that pretend to oppose powerful forces, e.g. government establishment, but in reality secretly align or with influence by that same power. Its purpose is to mislead opponent, absorb and dissect, prevent genuine challenge to the status quo. Again, I am going to read it again. A control opposition refer to a person or a group or a movement that pretend to oppose powerful force, e.g. government establishment. But in reality, this person or this group of people secretly align or they are influenced by the same power. Its purpose is to mislead the public, absorb, dissect, and prevent genuine challenge to the status quo. Appearance versus reality. They look like activists or genuine opposition, but undermine the causes from inside. Control without defeat. They may win some symbolic victory, but will never threaten to the core power structure. They can instigate infighting, feed disinformation, redirect movement towards less effective method. This is the particular one that I am looking for. I want you to listen to this. It said they have a manipulation tactics. They can instigate infighting, feed disinformation, redirect movement towards less effective method, like merely lobbying, voting, rather than substantive change. Okay, the origin or example. The term often referred to is called covert agent, infatuating protest movement to neutralize them. It built on historical tactic led like the FBI control PRO, which used infatuation to disrupt civil rights activism. The phrase is sometimes traced to Latin America. The best way to control the opposition is to lead it ourselves. Imagine a ruling party secretly backing a group that seems to oppose it, but that group never truly challenged policy, instead channeling their dissent in harmless or establishment approved avenue. That is a classic example of a control opposition. Now, I have just read this thing now, and I haven't called any names. I have no name anybody. You already know who I'm talking about. You've already begun to pick names out of people that met this example that I am giving right now. You know them already. You have them on your mind. And I can tell you, you are not happy that we are talking about this right now because these are your main heroes. And you know it and you are angry now that what does this guy mean? But I have not even called a name. I am just reading what a control opposition is. So if I haven't called any names, you can be angry with me. And if currently, as you are listening right now, and you are beginning to think, hold on, this guy is talking about this, then you know that person is a control opposition because I haven't called his name. I have just opened a ChatGPT and I put there, give me a true definition of control opposition, and ChatGPT is giving it to me detail to detail what it means to be a control opposition. Now, currently in Nigerian social media circle, what I have described here now, you will know exactly who is a control opposition without me even naming them. Regardless of how much loyalty or what you see, you have to really understand. And there's something that this definition basically said. He said they have a manipulation tactic. They can instigate, these people can instigate infighting. They feed on disinformation, redirect a movement towards less effective method, like merely lobbying. And then there's something that this person said, that the ChatGPT basically said. He said, imagine a ruling party, for example, APC, secretly backing up a group that seems to oppose it. Imagine APC backing up somebody that is outside claiming to oppose APC. But that person or that group never truly challenged APC policy. Instead, this person will channeling their dissent into a harmless or establishment approved avenue. So they make the government tell them how to oppose them. So they will do it that way. And the government will tell you this is how to oppose me. And then that is the script they are carrying out. And so far, so good. Without further introduction, you've already know who is actively doing this kind of manipulation in Nigeria. And unfortunately, you people cannot see it. You don't understand it. You are emotionally conditioned to just accept innuendos, whatever that you want to accept. But the reality is this, is that opposition is happening right now in Nigeria. And obviously, with time, you people will begin to see exactly what I have been trying to tell you on this platform. I want you to think about 5 figures in Nigeria that this very particular definition apply to. I want you to think about 5 figures because I am going to be giving you the antecedent. I am going to be giving you the antecedent. Very, very important, guys. Very, very important. Think about 2 figures or think about 1 figure. Think about 1 figure. Just 1 figure of 1 opposition. One opposition. Now, the number 1 Nigerian opposition figure in Nigeria currently is VDM. VDM may be harmless to you, but VDM is cooked. VDM is opposition figure in Nigeria. He's called a control opposition. VDM is not against the government of the day. VDM works for the government of the day. VDM take instruction from the government of the day. And VDM want the government of the day to continue till 2029. So VDM is number 1 MVP of Nigerian government. Whether you believe it, whether you don't, the reality is there. He cannot deny it. When I say this, I meant this with every fiber of me, because he is a control opposition. He is being paid heavily for doing what he's doing. And unfortunately, a lot of you people are not, you guys cannot see it, because obviously there's a lot of sentimental feelings and things like that takes place in Nigeria, where people cannot literally make an informed decision when it comes to this. Let me just take this off. When it comes to this, now I'm going to start from the recent parade. Now, this is very dark man there having a protest. Let me just put this down. This is very dark man having a protest about teacher salary. Last week, very dark man was in Benue. Tinubu was in Benue, where a lot of people were pied. Now, VDM went to Benue and do all this drama. The president showed up in Benue. Then VDM came out of Benue. VDM stopped posting for a couple of days, 48 hours or so. Then the next thing VDM does was this. He went to a primary school or secondary school, arranged a protest in front of the building, and sat on the floor, eat jollof rice, and say he's protesting for teachers to salary to be increased. And a lot of you people cannot see it. Out of nowhere, this guy arranged a protest with children. Only him and his content creating team and a cameraman. They arranged this protest, and the student came out. Only one school. And they sat on the road. They are protesting. We are still having a conversation about Benue, right? The firestorm that he brought out. We are still having a conversation about it. He switched to the public and he said, I want to protest for teacher salary. And you're not asking yourself a question. What is this that he's doing? It's called diversion. It's called diversion. And he's heavily paid to do these things. Forget about money from the content. This guy is the MVP of the government. We don't have Minister of Information in Nigeria. We don't have it. We don't have Minister of Information. We don't have Minister of Information. We have VDM, unfortunately. Now, somebody is going to ask me, Mr. Ben, do you think VDM will vote for Tinubu? No, that is not the agenda. VDM vote for Tinubu? No, that is not the agenda. Or VDM campaign for Tinubu? No. The agenda is called distraction. The prize is here, but they are leading you to that place where they can never be prized. So he's a number one control opposition in Nigeria. And our social media platform has been literally hijacked, overtaken, overrun, manipulated. For a sole purpose of this particular thing that I'm talking about. For many people that are observing from outside without critical analyzing what I'm talking about now, they would think, Mr. Ben, you're just a hater. You hate very dark man. That's why you're saying all of this. No, I'm educating us to be aware of the wolves in the sheep's cloth. Hi, Chris. Chris, you can unmute yourself. Chris. Chris, can you hear me? So, very dark man is an invented control opposition. And that's why I took my time to define what a control opposition is for you. And then you can tell me, what do you mean he's a control opposition? When the news broke in Benue, who talked about it? Very dark man. Who went to lead protest? Very dark man. Who ended the protest? Very dark man. Who posted the video? Very dark man. Who deleted the video? Very dark man. Who moved on to school protest? Very dark man. The acting role goes to this young man. He's doing absolutely fantastic. He is a manufactured control opposition. And he's no longer being hiding. He's not hiding it anymore. For those of you guys that just joined us, I asked ChatGPT. I said, ChatGPT, tell me a control opposition. I said, what is control opposition? Hello. I asked ChatGPT, what is control opposition? And you have a phone in your hand, you can ask. And before you ask, I want you to remove very dark man name from your head. Just put a general prospect on the definition that you will get from ChatGPT. Or, you know what we are going to do now? I'm going to give ChatGPT a test. But let me define ChatGPT for you. Let me tell you, ChatGPT is the fastest knowledge-based app you can have. They don't lie. If you put ChatGPT as a judge, whatever ChatGPT tell you is the fairest judge in the world. There's no bias. It is what you put in, they will analyze it and tell you. I mean, if you are not using it, you have to use it because ChatGPT gives you exactly what is the fact. No lies about it. And you know what I'm going to do after I define this? And I'm going to give very dark man activities to ChatGPT to analyze for me live with you. We'll be doing it live. I would say, this is what very dark man do. This is what he does. This is what he does. ChatGPT, tell me if this character is a control opposition or not. Live and direct. Live and direct. You can do it on your own. This is an experiment that I want to carry out now. I will do it live and direct. Now, I asked ChatGPT, what is a control opposition? Now, ChatGPT went ahead. He said, in every language, opposition refers to action or opinion that show disagreement or disapproval of someone or something. It can also denote a group that resists and compete against another. Now, example, the proposer met with strong opposition from the local resident. So he's giving you example. Now, the proposer met with strong opposition from local resident. For example, Lagos Coastal Road, they want to build it. Lagosian come, they oppose it. They don't want this here. For example, Terminal 5, Heathrow Terminal 5, the local in Slough, they don't want Heathrow Terminal 5 because they believe it's going to cause a lot of noise to the resident. They resist it, they go to court, they protest. This is called their opposition. Hi, Chris.
Hello, good afternoon, sir.
Chris, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, at the time you were talking to me, I was on course, so that is why I couldn't come up.
It's okay.
Sir, I have a little contribution before we begin, sir. I don't know if it is possible for me to contribute to this topic.
Of course, it is possible. Go ahead, sir.
Okay. First of all, for that issue of very dark man that you just brought up, it's for me, I don't feel he is being used. That is from my own point of view, because number one, what you just brought up about those teachers and him organizing student little kids for protests is that we should ask ourselves, number one, is the government really owing the teachers? You understand? For me, I see very dark man as an eye-opener. I don't know. He's not at the Alpha and Omega. He's just trying to let us know. You understand? Because now that he has called attention he has called the government attention to the issue of teachers are on strike. The next day he can go to another environment and do another protest on another thing. You understand?
Are teachers on strike, or he's asking for increase in their wages for them?
Yes, he's asking for the increase because teachers were on strike because the wages, as the federal government have announced, for their increasement of wages.
Is it a nationwide? Is Nigeria a whole nation is on strike? Is that what you are saying? The teachers in Nigeria is on strike?
No. It was only in Abuja. That is, from my understanding, it was only in Abuja, not on the whole nation.
Only in Abuja, the teachers are on strike. This is the first time I'm hearing this news from you, because the protest purpose was that he wants increase of their salary for them.
Okay.
That is what he's protesting for. Now, a protest that happened like that, it does not include that the teachers are on strike. If the teachers are on strike in Abuja, what does that entail? Because the teachers are not on strike in Abuja.
Because according to the news that I read, is that the teachers were on strike because their minimum wage has not been implemented, even as it was being approved. But for 3 months, the teachers, the primary school teachers, were on strike.
Hold on, sir.
Okay.
Just give me a second, sir.
Okay.
Because we are learning, so maybe I'm learning something from you now. I just want to be...
Because, yes, I believe Henry, somebody has also backed up my information on the comment section. You could see there. You understand? So
yeah. So I'm just hold on, sir. I'm just
okay.
Thank you, Mr. Chris. He said Martin Vincent Ortiz have taken, and I'm reading from the cable now, I've led the protest demanding an end to the ongoing strike by the primary school.
Yes,
by the ongoing strike by the primary school teachers in Abuja. The internet activist known as Very Dark Man led primary school to the FCT Minister Office, Wike. The primary school teachers have been on indefinite strike since March 2025. The protest started over a failure of the area council chairperson to implement the national minimum wage of 70,000 naira. Now, VDM, accompanied by the school children in uniform, staged a mock classroom session during the protest. The mock. Okay, now stop, sir. I want to stop here. Now, what is happening here is that it's a council. It's not the FCT. It's a council that say they are not paying the 70,000. They have not implemented the 70,000, sir. And is leading a protest. I am not against the protest, obviously. I want you to understand, but I just want you to know what I am talking about. As I told you, a control opposition can lead a protest. A control opposition can insult the government. A control opposition can call out the government, but it is programmed and staged in a way that does not bring disruption to the government. Okay, are you listening, sir?
Okay. Oh, yes, sir. Let me for you and I.
Yes, sir.
We are seeing this issue, or we are seeing this very dark man from opposite side. So, from me, I'm not seeing him as a controlled opposition. The reason why I use that terms controlled, because you are trying to let us know or educate us on the fact that he is a controlled opposition. You understand? For me, let's talk about the Borno killing. There are things medias cannot show, not because of being controlled by the government, but the nation image is at stake. So the broad media, the television, there are some things they cannot show on the news because they don't want to bring down the image of the country. So when issues like that Borno issue happened, the news can say 200 souls were being killed in Borno, but we Nigerians, this young generation, we work with evidence, we work with what we see. I don't know if you understand me.
I absolutely got you. I understand you, Chris. Yeah.
When that man went to Borno.
Actually, Benue.
Okay, sorry. When he went to Benue, what do we see? We see actions. We see the negligence of the security agencies. We see how, a lot were being exposed. But on or before now, if it were he didn't go there, we would have just heard as usual. We are already used to it as usual. You understand? Because it has been there before now, as usual. You say this one happening, this as usual. But he's enlightened, he's going in more deep. I'm trying to stand in the fact of saying he's not a controlled.
Okay, Mr. Chris, Mr. Chris, I totally understand you. Mr. Chris, do you know what is a trophy hunting is? Like somebody that hunt for trophy. A trophy hunter is, for example, now, if I hire you as a security to my shop and I am paying you, and for the last 3 months, no thief is coming, and your contract is coming to an end in the next 1 month. And for the last 1 year that I've been paying you, you've never catch no thief is coming. What do you think your negotiation of the new contract will look like? Weak, isn't it?
Yes.
Because I'll be telling you, your job is not really that relevant here, because we don't really need security here, because thieves are not coming more. So your manpower to hire more staff is not needed. So I'm reducing the contract hour, or I'm reducing the money I am paying you. But in order for you to justify it, it is what is called trophy hunting, self-inflicted damage. In order to justify the new contract, you can basically oppose, you can basically stage somebody to come and steal from the shop just to do drama. It's life. It's life. Now, when I look at Very Dark Man, I believe that Very Dark Man sometimes is being handed a script, and a script is already prearranged. I may be wrong, but it's within our right, because one of the things that we do on this platform is to ask questions. Like, for example, now me and you have just agreed now. I was of the opinion that the school are not on strike. Then you have the opinion that they are. And then you told me, and I humbled myself, and I Googled it, and I checked, and I confirmed, and I have no further argument to that. But the next stage I'll talk about is this. When I define control opposition, this guy characters and behavior fall into it 100%. For example, the Benue state that we're talking about now, very dark man suddenly wake up in the morning and appear in Benue with this graphic video that every one of us watched. And the next day, the president went to Benue, right?
Yeah.
And then action is being taken. He make the video, he come up with it, and then before he traveled there, he slandered all of other media people, all of the other media platform, Arise TV, all of them. He called them all sorts of names, and then he gave Tunde Ednut kudos. Then the next thing, he appeared in Benue with that video. Now, that video generated over 10 million views. Now, it's a social media sensation. A lot of people like him, rightly so. I like him. It's just that I cannot do without challenging him, because the more you challenge him, the better he can become. And if there's any fakeness in him, he can rectify it and change himself. For me, particularly, with this definition of control opposition that I've just defined here now, VDM fit perfectly to control opposition. So many examples I can give to you if time permits us, but I'm just going to give you one. There was a time we wanted to protest in Abuja.
Okay.
You remember that big protest that they do, End Bad Government protest?
End Bad Government.
The End Bad Government protest was to be staged. Now, I want to ask you a question before we go further. If me and you plan to protest at work for increased salary, we have a meeting. Me and you will work for a steel company, and then we have a meeting that we need a better salary. We need a better wages. And you agree with me, with our other colleagues, that we are going to protest on the 5th. Okay? On that protest, we are not coming to work. So that means on that 5th, there is no production.
That day.
When there's no production, it affects the company's output, right? So you likely will hear a result, because the company don't like that there's no production. Company that is supplying bread, that is supplying melter, that is supplying iron, production need to be 24 hours. And we just agree that on the 5th, we're not going to come to work. Everybody's just going to sit at home. On the 4th, I didn't come to work. You came to work. Everyone that agreed tomorrow we're not coming to work came to work on the 4th. But you did not come to work on the 4th. You stay at home.
And we have already agreed before.
We've already agreed that on the 4th we are working, but on the 5th we are not working.
Working, yeah.
On the 5th, on the 5th, where we're supposed to be protesting, you came to work. Who are you? Who am I at that time if I'm the one that behaved like that? Now, my brother. No, my brother, hold on. Because, you see, when we lead the End Bad Government protest, the protest was to be staged on the 10th. On the 9th, VDM led his own protest in Abuja. These are facts. Evidence are there. Videos are there. On the 10th, VDM was in his house. On the 9th, he led the protest with Deji, with his lawyer. On the 10th, he stayed at home. The protest continued. And now with people, bloggers begin to call him out, sold out, sold out, sold out. People begin to insult him all over. Gossip May begin to post him. The next thing, around afternoon, VDM came out in a truck. And then you can see the stage. I have the video here. You can see how they stage it, and the police threw tear gas on his face, and he was cleaning his face. We all know these things. Then another big protest that we did one time. That one was actually a big hit. The protest was really booming. The next thing Very Dark Man did was he came online and he began to give expo to the government. The protesters are coming from Manya. They are coming from Guagualada. If I were government now, if I were you now, I'll go home. I'll go home. The videos are there. And this guy was in his room with a ring light, putting fear in everybody's mouth, telling the government where the protesters are coming from. Now, these are the action and antecedent of why a lot of us that live in diaspora don't view this guy as a legit, like there's something behind it. Don't forget, this is the freedom that I have in this country, that I can express my feeling and my freedom without no fear of the government of Nigeria. I can call them out. I can basically say it the way it is. Now, when I look at Very Dark Man, I see a control opposition. And all of this test run that you are seeing now is gearing towards somewhere. Now, in 2027, this is what he will do. And I want you to record this and put it down. VDM is not going to support Tinubu. VDM will support like somebody like Showore. Okay? Yes, he will support like somebody like Showore. And you and I know that Showore, let's be realistic. We have to be realistic because we live in a reality. Showore is not going anywhere.
Yeah.
So if VDM now say, I'm supporting Showore and gather all of his strength on the internet for Showore, Showore is still not going anywhere. That Showore can never be an opposition to Tinubu. But just imagine if VDM now say, I'm supporting P2B. It's a lot more dangerous. And that is what they are trying to neutralize. But people don't understand it. All of this test run you are seeing that VDM is doing on a constant basis, test run. Test run means they want to know the strength of this guy, how the people are believing him. Now, yesterday he came out and he said, I am protesting for the teachers. Who other opposition figure, who other activists joined VDM? Do you see any other one?
First, I really want to quickly correct or bring out my idea or perspective of him about that issue. Like first, when he went to this this other one thing about your perspective of him, which I cannot dispute the fact that we are both seeing him in different lights.
Yes.
You understand? It's possible he might fall into the angle of who you feel or he is being controlled or being staged. It's possible because we are all humans. I cannot vouch for anybody I don't sleep with. Even if you sleep with people that do change, you know.
Absolutely. I agree.
But I'm seeing it from an angle of him trying his best to be, I'm seeing him from the aspect of him trying his best to just to wait for people to speak. You are no longer feeding people into chaos. But when you are at the front line, if it has to be only you do it, you do that protest, call more attention to it. That is what I feel he's doing. You understand? Because you saying that, why was he alone? Why was he alone with the children? When those children were not 5 nor 10, people were aware that he's going to use those children for those protests, and the school were aware. So it could be like it was not. Were
you aware prior to seeing that video? Were you aware? Did he say that I'm going to protest? Did he make any announcement that we are going to protest and this also day people should come out?
He doesn't need to make.
No. Oga Chris.
No. I was not aware. Let me answer you.
Oga Chris, we have to be very honest because I really enjoy your communication and I see that you are patient and you are ready to teach me and I'm ready to learn from you. But let us be brutally, yes, let us be brutally honest here. VDM is going to lead a protest and the Ratters are not aware. The Ratters are not aware. The members of the public are not aware. The oppositions are not aware. VDM secretly arranged this protest in order to contain what he wants to do. And VDM did it with one primary school.
Okay, wait.
Hold on, sir. Hold on, sir. Hold on, sir. Is it one primary school that they are not paying, or a lot of primary school? Now, VDM leading a protest with one primary school. VDM did not announce it to the public. He was going to protest on these also days. The public should join him to call the government out. VDM suddenly arrived at the scene of protest, well arranged and contained. My brother, it's not even a hidden agenda anymore. This is control opposition.
You know, let me quickly, you know, I enjoyed this moment.
Thank you, sir.
Because we are both teaching each other, as you have said. See, I want to make it clear that there is what we call solo protest. A solo protest, for me, to my understanding, because I'm always saying to me, so a solo protest is when an individual stage a protest. So for VDM to do this, at times you don't give out such information because you want to catch the government unaware. What about if he has given it out and at the end of the day, the local government or the body responsible for it announced that same day and said that we have settled within ourselves. And at the end of the day, the teacher will continue to remain in strike while we are waiting for whatever.
No, you're not getting me. So, I have no problem with him arranging this protest in secret and just appeared on the street with a protest.
Yeah.
But in the history of protest, especially something that has something to do with public, it's not done in secret. Have you ever heard any protest that is done in secret, planned in secret, execute in secret, and up the camera in the public? Have you ever heard that in the history of protesting?
Oh, my brother, let me quickly, another idea that I have about this protest is that if he has announced it, for example, I'm not saying that he's not, if he has announced it, maybe people will have turned out in the way that he wouldn't be able to control.
That is what is called, now you have just answered my real questions. Now, if he has announced it, people will turn out in a way that he cannot control.
True, yeah.
Okay, I want you to hold on a bit, please. He said, Oga,
I'm here.
I want you to just give me a second, please.
Okay.
A key features of control opposition: appearance versus reality. They look like activists or genuine opposition, but undermine the cause from the inside. Control without defeat. They may win small symbolic victory, but will never threatening the core power structure. Now, this is where what we discussed now lies. Manipulation tactic. They can instigate infighting, instigate protest, feed disinformation, redirect a movement towards less effective method, like merely lobbying.
Okay.
Like merely lobbying. They are not really protesting. They just want Wike to know that they are asking Wike to pay. So, and this is exactly what he does. You cannot call, sorry, sir. This is a teaching moment for us. You cannot call yourself an activist who is going to protest for a lot of school teachers in Federal Capital Territory that their salary is being held, and you stage that protest in private, in secret, nobody know you are going to protest. You planned it, you saw a uniform. Your core heart supporter, the Ratters, they are not even aware that you are going to protest. You did not make a post on your mega platform that on these also days we are protesting for teachers in Abuja. Everyone show up, all the Ratters show up. Why do you think he do these things? I want you to give me a reason.
Okay. Let me quickly give you a reason to that. First and foremost, if he has, there are times when he will do such and he will announce and everybody. It all depends on the how will I say it now? It all depends on what he can control. Because let me be frank with you, when if for example he asks or he announces it, people might turn up beyond what he expected. And you know, if I'm not lying, if I'm between you and I, you know, I can say that people are really angry with this current administrative. So there are things you do, you don't announce because they might come and hijack it. And then at the end of the day, you'll be in trouble. This is not how you plan. Properties, life can be lost in the process. You understand? So, no, understand me. He can go out with 10 people, 5 people. It all depends on the capacity he knew he can control. I don't know. He does not need to go out.
Sorry, sir.
Okay.
I want you to repeat that word again. He can go out with 10 to 20 people, the crowd he knows he can control.
Yes. What I mean by control, not like a setup control, like a drama, a acting team. No. For example, now the children he has just used, he knows he can rent a bus to take those children back to wherever they came from. But what about if he announced it and people came out in numbers? Do you know that there are risks to calling out protests, especially when he's an individual?
Okay. I want to ask you a question. If government is organizing protests against themselves, give me the step government will take.
First of all, they have to be security conscious. They have to be able to provide for people that are turning out for protest. Mm-hmm. I see a protest during the Lekki toll gate. You see pure water company come out to hand out pure water. Food were being cooked. People organize these things. I don't know if you understand. You cannot call for protest when you are not prepared for extra layer of security or of providing for them. You can only do what you know you can do. If government, for example, is going out on a massive protest, or a top politician is going out, all these things, they are amenities for the people that will turn out.
Do you think government is very happy with the way VDM conducted the protest?
Government don't need to be happy. He need to expose the government so that you and I know who to hold accountable for the failure of the next generation of our students.
I think I think we are agreeing on something now. The only thing we are not agreeing, you have not agreed that very dark man is a control position. But even though some of the characteristic of VDM is basically leaning towards a control position. Yeah. Now, when I give you example of what happened when we did the end bad government, how VDM stayed inside his house, and I give you example of the company, and between your voice you say that is a sold out. Is it okay to call VDM a sold out in that protest?
You see, VDM is not a righteous. If we intend to see VDM as a righteous,
no. I am just saying in the larger scheme of things, Do you think it is okay to call VDM a sold out in that protest? Because the planned protest was to be on the 10th. He did his own protest on the 9th, and on the 10th, he stayed inside his house. Now, if somebody does that, if Showore do that, or if I do that, or if anybody do that, what do you call that?
And like as I've said before, we can call him a sold out as at that time, because normally he might have his own point of maybe these people that is organizing this protest, they are not on my view. I will do my own.
Okay.
As far as it does not stop the main protest from happening, yeah, you can say, okay, being he was aware of this one, but he went and do his own, he's a sold out to you as at that time, to you as at that moment, he's a sold out.
He's a soda. He's a soda. Now I'm going to give the experiment that I want to give, and I do hope that if you want to contribute, you can contribute. But I want you to hold on there, and I'm going to ask the most intelligent AI in the world a question. And the question I'm going to add, the most intelligent AI in the world, is going to give me an answer right now, and we're going to broadcast it live and direct. Anybody can screen record it.
Okay,
hold on. Hi, ChatGPT. I have a question for you. This is a scenario. There's a guy that called himself an activist, somebody that fight for the public. His name is Very Dark Black Man. But these are the characters of this guy. In short, I don't want to call his name. I don't want to call his name, sir. I cancel it. I want to give AI a neutral assignment. Hi, I want you to narrate this story for me and give me your opinion. There is a guy that called himself an activist, somebody that opposed the government bad policy, somebody that come across to the public as fighting for the people. But every time this guy is always in the front to break a news, especially something that has something to do with the government. He break the news, he take over the story, he followed it up, and then he suddenly abandoned it. Recently, he led a protest, what he called a protest against teacher strike. But when he was leading that protest, this guy has 2 million followers on his Instagram. He did not tell anybody he was going to lead a protest. He appeared suddenly on the street of Abuja with few children, make a picture, and that was it. Now we are arguing now on social media, and I'm asking, this guy look like a control opposition. But one of my listeners is telling me, no, that he's not a control opposition. But I think, in my own view, he's a control opposition. Because he took over the narrative, he controlled it, and he abandoned it. My listener is telling me, no, this guy is creating awareness. I asked my listener, but why this guy did not inform the public he was going to protest against the government? Why he did not even inform his follower he was going to protest against the government? He just arranged with one primary school and they suddenly show up on the street. My listener told me that he just want to control it so that there will not be out of order protest. But I see different. So I call this man a control opposition. My listener is telling me he's not a control opposition. He disagrees with me. Now, can you tell me if this character fall into a control opposition? I've asked ChatGPT with my own voice and my language. And ChatGPT is loading the answer now.
Okay, I'm here.
And I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to do anything. If you want me to change anything, let me know.
No, don't worry. Just go on.
Okay, guys, I have got the answer and I have not read it. I'm going to try to also screen record it and show it to our people on Instagram. Hold on. See? Okay. Okay. This is what he says here. But I want the people on the YouTube to listen to what is being said. So that's why I'm just taking my time to get it, to get the video out. This is interesting, you know. I'll be Mr. Chris. Is Chris there?
Yes, I'm here. I'm listening.
I say this is interesting.
Yeah, of course it is. So let's hear what ChatGPT come up with.
I hope ChatGPT is not crazy. I haven't listened to it too, so I'm trying to load it to the YouTube so that the whole thing will be there. No hiding.
Okay.
No hiding. I don't want to hide anything. I want everything to be. ChatGPT will give us his own opinion. After that one, that's it. It's not loading to my it's not loading to my hold on, sir. We're gonna do it. It's gonna this is called live stream. It's different when you're doing live stream because you're not organized. You have to like plan everything. So but don't worry, we'll get it sorted. Okay. Let me close some pages. Okay, I think I have literally got it now. Please give me a time. I'm gonna get it. I don't want the people on YouTube not to listen to what we're doing. So, and my computer is a little bit giving me some kind of headache. Don't worry, I get it. I get this. I get this. I get this. Oh, Jesus. Don't fuck with me. Entire screen, Windows, tab. Is it this one? Yes, I think I got it. Yes. Now, are you there, sir?
Controlled opposition typically refers to individuals or groups who present themselves as genuine critics, but in reality are subtly aligned with or influenced by the powers they claim to oppose, effectively neutralizing real dissent. Cite turn search 5, turn search 11. Let's break down your scenario and see how it compares. Signs of controlled opposition. 1. Grabs headlines, then withdraws. Your guy consistently breaks the news, steers the narrative, follows up briefly, then vanishes, leaving the issue unresolved. This pattern is common in controlled opposition, where appearing active is the goal, not actual change. Cite turn search 11. 2. Street protest without public buy-in. He organized a surprise protest with children in Abuja without prior notice to his 2 million Instagram followers. That suggests it wasn't grassroots mobilization, but perhaps a staged or symbolic event. Another classic tactic, cite turn search 13, turn search 11. 3. No real disruption or follow-through. If the protest ends as abruptly as it began, without sustained pressure or strategy, it looks more like a spectacle than serious activism. Controlled opposition often diffuses momentum, offering an illusion of action, while avoiding deeper confrontation. Cite turn search 5, turn search 11. Counter-argument. Awareness raising? Your listener argues he's just raising awareness and avoiding chaos. That's possible, but awareness campaigns usually inform followers, providing context, mobilization plans, or calls to action. Build momentum through follow-up, coordination with stakeholders, or sustained media presence. By contrast, your description suggests he does none of that. He appears, stages a moment, and disappears. So, is he controlled opposition? Based on what you've described, the pattern strongly aligns with controlled opposition. Trait, what he did, controlled op. Trait, your account, dominates narrative. No transparency. Symbolism without action. Abrupt abandonment? My opinion. From your account, I'd lean toward controlled opposition. He steps forward to fight, grabs attention, but never commits. That's more than a sporadic tactic. It's a consistent pattern. That said, it's possible he's inexperienced, impulsive, or personally low-key. To fully assess, consider 1. Follow his funding or connections. Are there ties to vested interests? 2. Look at outcomes. Did his protest lead to any policy change or coordination? 3. Check intent. Does he ever openly call for public input or support? If not, that's telling. What you can do next, ask him directly. Why no announcement? What comes next? Compare with genuine campaigns. Real movements use pledges, petitions, partnerships. Follow where funds and alliances lead. Are his allies also aligned with the establishment? Final take. Based on your description, this person closely resembles a controlled opposition actor. Very visible, tightly scripted, but lacking substance or transparency.
Mr. Chris. Mr. Chris.
I'm here. I'm not going anywhere.
I did not ask the AI to give me answer.
First and foremost, if you look closely at what AI said,
yes,
or the way he explained it, I picked the word he might be inexperienced.
Yes.
You understand? I still stand on my word.
So do you now believe? Hold on, sir. Hold on. Do you believe that AI is unbiased?
Of course, it's an artificial intelligence as they program it to be. But even if it's not unbiased, with the word you say, he could be able to analyze it in the way that he will suit whosoever that is asking the question.
No, but do you want to ask the question so we can retarget it? So you ask the question in your own method, in your own way, and ask the AI if what the answer I gave now is the same answer. Because AI can read your mind and it can basically interpret what you want to say. Now, AI told us now that in every ramification, this guy is characteristic of a control opposition. Now, the questions I asked AI is this, that VDM organized a school protest without the member of public being informed prior to that protest. Did I lie?
No, you did not lie on that part.
Okay, I also say that VDM organized this protest with one school, not many schools in Abuja. Did I lie?
No, you did not lie. Wait, my brother, please hold on. Let me quickly answer him on this. See, I feel, and I know from me that he is not a controlled, but with what ChatGPT told you and I now, that he's not, he's still learning. You understand? That,
no.
So
ChatGPT say he might be inexperienced.
Inexperienced, yes.
Yes.
Hello, so can I say something? Good day, sir.
Emma, Chris is talking. Please allow Chris to finish.
So that is what I know, that he's still inexperienced. But his own, like as AI told us, that his own is to bring an awareness to it and disappears. He doesn't need to follow it up. Let the public follow it up. You understand?
Oh, guys. Okay. Chris, you can't go further than that. Stop there. Chris, stop. Okay. Because you are interpreting AI. I will replay it to the video is still there. Go ahead, Mr. Emma. Emmy, go ahead.
Thank you. I think I should continue from where Mr. Chris talked. Yeah?
Yes, sir.
I think what the AI said was it brings an awareness. If the person is like the question you asked, he was answering you based on the question you asked the AI.
Exactly. Thank you.
So, and the AI said, if that was true, that's your question was true about that person, then that kind of person brings awareness, leaves it to the people and goes away. Something like that, and it doesn't finishes it. But VDM, like we're saying, brings awareness, finish what he's doing.
Hold on a second.
Does whatever.
Oga. Mr. Emmy, I beg, I want you to be very, very logical here. We are not children here. Now, what the question I asked AI, hold on. The question I asked AI is still in front of me. I can read it out for you. And then you can tell me to correct any part of that question I want to correct, and we will resend the query to AI right now. Would you like to do that? In your own word, I said, this is what I say in my own word before you put your own word in. I said, this is what he does. He wants to lead a protest for the teacher's school fees. He did not tell his 2 million followers. You are not aware. Are you aware there's going to be a protest yesterday?
Okay, I was not aware.
Thank you. Yeah. Now, sorry. Okay. You are not aware there's going to be a protest yesterday. Yeah. Now, there was suddenly a picture up on the street. For the last 2 days, he hasn't shown up online. According to him, he was mourning what he saw in Benue, which is another dramatic moves. And then he came up with this school movement all of a sudden in the afternoon. And then his followers are not aware. The schools in Abuja are not aware. The teacher he's protesting for are not aware. How many teachers did you see there yesterday?
Okay, can I answer your question?
How many teachers did you see?
I didn't count the teachers.
There is no teacher.
Yeah, I can't tell. I don't know.
I have the video. I am a media. I have the video. There is no teacher.
So, sir, so do you want us to be logical, yeah?
This is a logic platform. So I am telling you there is no teacher.
Okay, yes, I agree with
if you have your phone with you, check, carry your phone and check, then you can talk again. Because I still need. What do you interpret as success? Because you went viral on social media, does that make it a success?
Because it was recognized as a protest. And as
of course, the government will recognize it as a the government will recognize it as a protest, because the government will recognize it as a protest, because that is what the government wants.
And that was our aim, maybe protesting or something. That was the aim of the protest, right?
Oh, Jesus. Do you disagree with what AI gave now? The verdict of AI?
I don't disagree with what AI gave based on the question you asked. And actually, you asked the question based on one event, just the protest without informing the followers or something like that. That's the only event you
I did not just ask for one event. If you actually listen, I did not just ask for one event. I asked for numerous events, and I described the behavior of this person. For example, VDM went to Benue State, video all those kind of crime there, and then left Benue, deleted the video, and since that time, have you heard VDM talking about the Benue again?
Do you know there are risks in
No, it's a question I asked. Did you hear him talking about the Benue again?
Sir, the president has gotten that already. The president is aware of that.
Okay.
So what is he supposed to do again?
I agree with you. There's nothing he's supposed to do again.
I have an idea now. Sir, between me and you, if he did not do the protest of these school teachers, will you be aware?
No, our job assignment is no.
If he did not call attention to this, will you and I be aware?
Chris. Hold on, please. Hold on. With you. Chris, I want you to hold on. You and I would not have been aware, but the people affected are aware, right? Now, if I tell you now that the event that led to that protest is arranged, would you say is a lie?
I don't agree with you.
So if I tell you now that the school teacher that was not paid was arranged for a bigger assignment, they were just a Ponzi in the larger scheme of things, would you believe it?
I won't.
Okay, thank you. I want to bring Sir Crown in. Sir Crown, go ahead. You've been waiting.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Thank you.
Mr. Chris, you have tried. God bless you too. For me, sir, you ask AI questions based on what you feel.
Yeah.
Based on your own description. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Based on how you just give AI your own opinion.
Okay, my bias.
And AI, no, please let me finish, sir. Please, sir. Sorry, sir. And AI gave it to you just the way you're asking. And you say, in every word you listen, say, I called it to your question.
No. According to my listener and according to my question, I said my listener disagree. And I said, this person is this. And my listener disagree. My listener told me that VDM is just doing that to control the protest getting out of hand. Is that not what Mr. Chris told me, sir?
Yes, that was what he told.
So is that that's what I told AI? It's like two arguments, like me and you having an argument now, and we recorded it and sent it to AI to give us his view on that argument.
Based on your own explanation.
Based on my explanation and based on the objection I get from you.
To AI.
Yes, based on my explanation.
AI will give you your answer according to what you.
No, because oh my God. No, sorry, sir. AI is not a biased entity. So I am not asking.
It's not a bias, or it's an AI.
I'm not asking AI. Sorry, sir. I am not asking AI. I want to talk, please. I want to talk because tomorrow now people will be insulting me that I'm misinterpreting the fact. So based on Mr. Moon, can you hold on, please? Based on what we are discussing, Mr. Sir Crown, me and Chris have spent over 5 minutes to 10 minutes arguing about it. And I say, Chris, hold on. Yes, I say, Chris, hold on. Let us go and ask AI questions. And then I summarized what me and Chris are discussing to AI. And I told AI, this is my own position. My position is this guy followed this case like this, and he did not go further and dropped it. Exactly. And that's exactly what one of the contributors just say now, that he has put a searchlight on it, and that's it. So that is exactly what I talk about. There is no ending to that project that he started. When we discussed that, I narrated it to AI, and AI took time, analyzed it, and gave us a feedback. And I recorded it and I played it out with a voice and the question that was asked. I have no bias. And if you want to doubt me, I want you to ask the questions again.
Oh, I was here.
Now, I want you to ask AI the question. I'll record it and I'll play it back.
Okay, I will.
Yes.
But
So
I'm trying to tell you now, yeah?
Yes.
What I'm trying to tell you. You give AI what you give AI what you want, and AI give you what it think about your opinion. So talking about VDM, please, talking about VDM, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
The protest, it did not announce it. According to Chris said something. I just for Chris saying you can only put out what you can control. Do you know how many protests have gone on in that country that lead to a lot of chaos?
David, can you mute yourself? David Ajayi, can you mute yourself, please?
Well, for my own opinion concerning that protest, yeah, he did what he can control. And you know, if VDA called out a protest in Nigeria, the turn up would be more than what we expected.
So, because the turn up will be more than who he expected, that is why he did not announce that he was leading a protest for the teacher salary increase.
He can choose not to announce it.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. That's the opposition. Okay, that is exactly control opposition that we're talking about.
That is what you think.
No, that is the definition.
No. That is your own definition. That is what you think. You can decide not to announce it. Go back and do whatsoever you want to do. When he was going to Benue, did he announce he's going to?
I want you to hold on, please. Hold on. The question I asked AI, I repeat it again. I said, I want to narrate this story for me. I want you to narrate this story for me. Give me your opinion.
Okay.
There is a guy that called himself an activist, somebody that opposed the government bad policy, somebody that come across to the public.
Sorry, that called himself an activist.
Yes.
To be marking the question we're asking AI.
Yeah? But that's what he called himself.
Give it back to you the way you ask him.
Okay.
You know, yeah.
Somebody that called himself an activist.
Sorry,
DJ. I called myself a blogger. So how do you want me to say it so I can change it and ask that question again? I say somebody that called himself an activist.
Can I come in there, Mr. Beck?
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
Okay, so I'm somebody in tech, right? My people writing an article on AI point. Now I tell you something. The way you prompt AI is good with its point. Now we lose nothing by telling AI right now that this character is video. Let AI do the search itself online, do the research of this character, all the events he has done, the events he has announced, the protests that have been successful, whatever. Tell AI, this character is VPN. Can you redo this research, find out everything about the character, and then redo the prompting to let us know if this character fits into what we are setting? We lose nothing by telling AI is VPN.
Okay.
Let AI have all the information, not control the information.
I am glad. I am glad you came up and you are actually bringing your background as a tech guy who has an understanding with AI as well. Now, I am going to leave this question for you, and you are going to ask this question. Do you have time to ask the question so we can pre-record it, please?
Yeah, we can do it with a short question.
No, you can. I want you to command the AI now the way you want it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have just one question, so I don't know how to do.
No. As you are talking, I am recording it, and AI will give you the answer, and you listen to it. Can we do that, sir?
We can do that. No problem.
Okay.
It's information for everybody.
Now, before we do that, let us agree on the pattern which we want to get this experiment. I said that VDM not announcing the protest is the same thing of what control opposition do. Do we agree that VDM did not announce it?
Mr. Listen to what he said.
I'm not giving AI that bias.
Exactly. He's giving AI what he has done so far that is good to the ears.
If it's 100 protests they have done, let AI do.
Thank you.
Not that.
Okay.
AI will pick up all that information based on research.
Okay, great. Okay, great. Okay, but the bone of contention is that he is a control position, and you are saying he's not. Now you have to tell AI this is. Oh, hold on, sir. Hold on.
We're saying neutral. Let AI be the judge.
Sorry, Mr. Ben. Sorry to cut you. The love. Wait, let me ask a question. You guys are just going for AI. Will AI come to make the country better? Will AI fight for the youth? The things going on. What happened in Benue that VDM went there to send the great videos at the world? So will AI go to Benue State to do all this? You guys are just going for AI.
No, the point of contention is that Mr. Ben has a narrative about VDM's character. And
exactly to AI.
So what we are just doing at this point in time is that, okay, Mr. Ben has his stance that VDM is this kind of person. We are saying that VDM is also doing some things that are helping things together. You know, he's putting the information out there to see what the government is doing projects. There are many celebrities who don't move and leave. Do you understand? We are not killing them, we are not condemning them, but an individual is coming out and he's speaking out every day. Yeah. So we're just trying to say, look, let's be very objective. He's doing certain things that is bringing awareness. Whether or not government to change overnight is impossible. Government cannot change overnight. You know how Nigeria is. Do you understand? So let us be very objective. He's a control.
But Mr. Ben knows that if a civilian go out there to make a protest, will be arrested and silenced. You know that.
What is arrest? Somebody can lock you up today and say they should lock you up and then
nobody will see you, bro.
You're in control of position.
Mr. Ben, you know that you are fighting with poor Nigeria. Thank you, sir.
It's not.
I'm hearing, guys. We have to be. This is. Can we speak one at a time?
Mr. Ben, let that man do that record. Then from there, you now judge again. The person that wanted to speak to the AI.
The love, are you ready?
Yeah, it's just a simple thing. Not for us to get information.
Okay, I want us to prompt AI now. Whatever you are saying now will be recorded, please. Now, the debate.
I'm continuing from where you stopped. You get what I mean?
No, just tell AI that figure is the video.
I want you to tell the figure that I talked about. Okay, I can actually tell AI again. Can I tell AI now?
Just say AI, the character we're talking about is VDM.
AI, sorry, sir, I'm starting recording. AI, the character I've just described above is a man named Very Dark Man in Nigeria. A lot of people believe that this man is actually doing a great job in opposing the government. But some of the character that I describe here now are his antecedent. And I've just, after I asked you the earlier chat, I've just gone back on my debate and people still believe that this guy is not a control opposition. Do you think Very Dark Man is a control opposition? Can you do a bit of background research about this young man and come up with your opinion about the characters of the man named Very Dark Black Man in Nigeria? Is this okay, or do you want to add anything? Any of you have a right to add?
I want to add something. Why will you say, do you think Very Dark Man is a control position?
Well, how do you want me to access?
You should have asked the AI that. Do a background search of Very Dark Man for me.
Okay, can I clear that and ask again, please?
I also have an AI. If you want us to ask together, we can do that.
Okay, you can ask. AI will listen to you. Or ask.
Give me 1 minute. Let me bring my own AI.
No, this guy don't get it. Frankie.
Based on what Mr. Ben had told you about a character, could you do a review and repost that person he's talking about is VDM, Very Dark Man. That character is Very Dark Man. Do another review and repost.
Are we agreed that this question that Mr. Mosley want to ask now, this is a question that will go through? Is anybody want to object it before we go ahead? Before I press the record?
It's okay. We just tell AI the character is VDM. Please do a background set.
Okay.
And get your part, and then
the character described is VDM. Do a background check and give us your opinion whether this character resemble a control opposition or a legit activist?
So you asked the question, and I also recorded it. So let's play yours, then I'll play mine.
Thank you, Frank. Now, for those of you guys watching, I hope you guys on the YouTube can still see what we are doing here. Now, if you are still on the YouTube and watching what we are doing here, just say it out so we can, let me just share it with you guys so that the volume can be clear. Okay. We're not fighting, no, we're just learning, guys.
This will not be learning now.
What do you call this? Hello? Hello, brother.
Hello, brother. Good afternoon.
Hi.
Yeah. So I want to be on my way in the next 1 hour, 30 minutes. I will be around.
All right, then I'll call. Yeah, on your way, let me know. I'll call you in half an hour to know where you are. I'm just streaming now. I'll get back to you now.
Okay.
I'm here. All right.
I want to tell you something.
Hold on. I'm on the conference. I can't talk now. Can you text me?
Okay. Let me text you.
All right. Thank you. So I want to apologize for going offline. I needed to answer phone call. I needed to answer phone call. Frankie, just keep quiet there before I jump to Germany to come and catch you there.
So, like as we were saying.
I've already got my answer, guys.
Okay. So let's hear it.
Yes, my brother. We'll hear it now. No be small thing, no. Okay, stop ChatGPT. Because I want the people on the YouTube to get the gist as well, not only us.
Mr. Ben, your volume is down. We can't hear you.
Okay, I'll put it up now. Okay.
Mr. Ben, I think you tried that the first time about sending it to the people in YouTube and it didn't work. So
It's working now though. It's working, my brother. Nekwana is working. Okay, the question I asked AI gave answer. I did not disrupt it. Sorry, I will have to go and answer phone call. Now, I'm going to play it out now, and then let's sing, ladies and gentlemen.
Here's what I found about Very Dark Man, VDM, aka Martins Vincent Otse, followed by my assessment on whether he aligns with the traits of pup-controlled opposition. Background and public profile. Real name and origin.
Hold on.
Martins Vincent Otse, born April 8th, 1994 in Kaduna and originally from Benin City.
Do you want me to start again?
Continue, Mr. Ben, please.
Here's what I found about Very Dark Man, VDM, aka Martins Vincent Otse, followed by my assessment on whether he aligns with the traits of pup-controlled opposition. Background and public profile. Real name and origin. Martins Vincent Otse, born April 8th, 1994 in Kaduna and originally from Benin City. Graduated in business administration from the University of Lagos site Turn Search 20. Online persona. Known as Online Police, VDM rose to fame in 2022 through viral content calling out celebrity excess, fraud, and government malpractice. He brands himself ad-free and independent site Turn Search 2. High-profile endorsements. Endorsed by musicians like DeVito. Nominated for Silverbird Influencer Awards, site Turn Search 2, Turn Search 20. Legal controversies. Arrested multiple times on cyberbullying, cyberstalking, defamation charges, including suits by Mercy Chinwo, ABC Transport CEO's daughter, and Prophet Jeremiah Fufian. notably detained by EFCC and police, released after public outcry, cite turn search 2, turn search 20. Consumer activism. Critiques on fake products led to NAFTA controversies and market protests, cite turn search 8, turn search 3. Content pivot. Initially defended LGBTQ+ rights, but later adopted conservative stances, raising questions over authenticity. Cite turn search 8 VDM in action. Watch VDM joining angry youths in Benue protesting insecurity. Video very dark man. Other angry youths protest in Benue. Demand end, turn search 1. Is he controlled, opposition, or genuine activist? Traits that seem genuine. No financial ads. Branding as ad-free and principled against monetization. Cite turn search 8. Real-world actions. Organizing consumer protests and issuing criticism against influential figures and regulators. Cite turn search 21. Willingness to risk arrest. His detentions and public defense suggest courage and commitment. Cite turn search 2. Public scrutiny of elites. Keeping pressure on high-profile figures like Bob Risky, Mercy Chinwo, food and drug, and religious leaders. Cite turn search 21. Patterns suggesting control opposition. Abrupt, unannounced protests. Much like the teacher strike protest you described, he pops up with minimal buildup or mobilization. Narrative takeover without follow-through. He breaks stories and incites uproar, but outcomes, policy change, sustained campaigns are often unclear. Shifting ideological positions. His pivot on LGBTQ+ issues, from defending to condemning, suggests possible realignment with dominant cultural narratives. Cite a turn search 8. Frequent controversy. High churn of legal battles and viral spats may keep his profile loud, but not focused on systemic reform. My opinion, VDM is a complex mix. Genuine elements. He challenges powerful figures, stays ad-free, and endures legal pressure. Controlled opposition traits. He frequently dominates the narrative with no visible campaigns, pivoting strategically when needed. Given your description, surprise teacher strike protest in Abuja, followed by silence, it fits the look of controlled opposition, visible disruption without sustained engagement. That said, there is evidence of sincere activism in other areas. He doesn't fit neatly into one category. You might view him as a hybrid, a provocateur with occasional legitimate impact, but also with signs of controlled opposition playbook. Suggested next steps to evaluate him more conclusively. 1. Track outcomes. Did any of his high-profile actions lead to lasting change? E.g., consumer regulations, lawsuit wins, mobilized voter action. 2. Analyze funding connections. Are there ties to establishment groups or political actors? 3. Observe consistency. Does he regularly build movements or just stage media moments? In short, I lean toward thinking VDM shows many characteristics of controlled opposition, without dismissing the possibility he's a messy but real activist. Would you like help digging into a specific incident or finding credible sources on follow-through? Here's what I found.
I'm waiting for you guys.
Okay, can we answer it step by step?
I'm going to take it from you.
Okay. You know, me and you, we'll be fighting over it, or we'll be discussing over it.
But
first and foremost, like, I don't take more of what ChatGPT said to the real life situation, not because maybe he speaks some words that are favorable to your opinion or the opposite to my opinion. I'm saying it that ChatGPT is a machine that can only answer what you ask, based on what you ask. But for the fact that he said is a complex means, which means if VDM has fight for 100 cases so far, and 80 are real, genuine, is more better for me. I see him from that light that is not a controlled activist.
Thank you. I want you to stop there. I want you to stop there because I have many people waiting. Now,
Okay.
I want Frankie, go ahead.
Okay.
What do you want from me? I should play it.
Play what?
You want me to play my or everything is okay?
I mean, what you hear from here before you play us, what you hear from here, this is not argument, these are fact-based debate. What do you hear from here?
What Mr. Chris rightly said, we can't base our answer directly to ChatGPT because it's an AI that generates or when I say illustrates.
And where does ChatGPT get his knowledge from? Is it based on activities that is recorded on internet, or is based on just miracle performance?
No, by the one recorded on internet.
So ChatGPT gave us even the search engine, the number, the digital footprint, it tells us.
Okay.
Couple of months ago, I came down here and I said, one VDM supporter went and doctor a profile for Very Dark Man. And say Very Dark Man graduated from University of Lagos. Very Dark Man never graduated from University of Lagos. As a matter of fact, he has never seen the four walls of university in his life.
Another Tinubu.
Hold on, let me finish. Let me finish, sir. Now, let me finish. The guy that wrote this article, hold on, guys. Did VDM go to University of Lagos? No. We're not even going there. We're not going there. I want, listen. Dr. DJ Spark, can you hold on, please? I want you to listen to what we are discussing. The problem is this: you guys are emotional. I'm not.
No, nobody's emotional.
So if you are not emotional, we base our opinion on fact, on logic, on realities, on ground.
You're trying to say we are basing our opinion on facts when your facts are tricks. Yeah.
My facts are not tricks. My facts are legitimate facts. Hold on, sir. Hold on. AI said Very Dark Man attended university.
Ben, sorry, your mic is too low.
Your mic is you've not turned on your something.
Hold on, sir. Hold on. I think I need to turn off something completely so that I can.
Now, the question I want to ask is, what is the main topic? Is it VDM is doing bad, or is doing control opposition? Is not.
Can you guys hear me now better?
He's controlling them, or he's doing.
You can pretend to really be helping somebody, but you're not really helping.
Okay, guys, I don't want you guys, sorry, sir, I don't want you guys to rob me of this movement. And if you know you're going to disrupt this conversation, if you are not, guys, I want to take over the show. I want to take over. I want to take over this show now, please. I want to take over this show. How many of you understand VDM graduated from Lagos State University?
Mike, not face, sir. Mike, not face, Mr. Ben.
Mr. Ben, what's the bone of contention?
Thank you.
The bone of contention. Did VDM attend University of Lagos?
Mr. Ben, ask ChatGPT where VDM graduated from. I think ChatGPT stated it. No, can we go back to it? Can we just go back to it?
Like, what's the bone of contention? I want to know.
Mr. Ben,
I think we are jumping. I think we have been jumping from one thing to another.
Yeah, one thing
not
to
having
another.
a conclusion.
I am not having a conclusion because you guys are not rational. Now I'm going to start muting one at a time. If I don't allow you to talk, if you talk, I drop you. This is my show. So I talk now and I tell you what I want to know. The ChatGPT say rename Vincent Martin Otis, born April 8, 1994 in Kaduna, originally from Benin City. Graduated in business administration from University of Lagos. And he even gave us the website that published that. This is a ProVDM website that went and published it, and we discuss it on this platform because we know this is a lie. Now, Yes, hold on now. No be me talk up now.
Can we have the site? Can we have the site? Just read the site to us.
The site is called gist3.com.
That's where ChatGPT got all his information from.
That's where he got this particular one from. Listen very well. ChatGPT is smarter than me and you. Don't patronize ChatGPT.
Okay. Is Vincent Matis, is he from Benin City or is from Edo State?
He's from, oh God, my God.
Good question.
These guys, I hope that you guys are aware.
Is he from Benin City or Edo?
Did I write it on gist3.com? Is it me that put it there?
I'm trying to tell you now that the ChatGPT itself was programmed by someone.
This guy,
So
no. You have to be educated to follow this platform, and I think you are not. I can't be talking to deaf people. I'm not. And anybody, because you have to be on the line. No. I'm not kidding.
It's not bad. You people are just sentimental. See, you people are too sentimental and emotional about VDM. You people are too sentimental and emotional about VDM. Any small thing you just see VDM do, you just jump on it. Without queries, without background checks. AI did background checks there and brought out some things. Mr. Ben has said here that he brought up that issue of university education and trashed it out on the platform. He never went to University of Lagos. Anybody can feed it, and it's a site that is quoted.
They quoted the site. The site is quoted.
So what make you believe that
because it's a pro-VDM, platform, and even his character, you will even see this person didn't go to school.
He said it. He said it to zoom out.
I can do more. I'm doing more already. I don't need to cloud. I don't need to chase cloud online. I don't need to chase cloud online. You people are just too sentimental. Anything just because you're looking for a savior. I can tell you people I have spoken for and they promoted them to be supervisors in the company. So I don't need to go to the social media and say it. I won't tell you that. I don't need to go to social media and be talking about nonsense. Every small thing you see, you come and be talking about video. Every small thing you come and make noise about video. Please, God, forget it. He's control the position. I will just give him money to come and chase cloud for the government. What are you people talking about? If people think that there are not people that will confront VDM, very soon you have many people. See the last incident with bank now. See, stop on. See, let's be factual. People are just sentimental. Listen to the other side.
Logical arguments. Let's speak 5 minutes or 3 minutes, please. We started from a discussion here. We started from a certain direction. Let's stay on focus. We started by saying what this guy is doing. Mr. Ben came from his own angle and everything. We've asked ChatGPT now. ChatGPT has given us two possibilities. There is a mix of whatever. He's doing good stuff, and he might also be controlled. That is a possibility. Now, we don't have the facts. If you have your facts, bring it out and show us where you know that for a fact he's being controlled. You're just saying it's possible. But ChatGPT has
it's not saying it's possible. Listen, the ChatGPT do a background search before he started talking.
Of course, we told it to do that.
Period. Yes, of course, and he did. And those facts, some of those things are not lies. He went to Edo, Benin, Plateau. He went to.
Are you saying that
the thing is that when he's compromised, it's a bigger question to the negative. That is what you should know.
But we don't have
that. No. This is the background of the thing. Somebody doesn't go through the process. That is what VDM does. It just makes noise. That is instant movement. This is it now. See what this is the country. Okay, what he has done has it helped?
Okay, guys. I kept quiet for a while. Moon love. Can you control your outburst and engage in a rational way? Mr. Moon, show me one lie I talked today on this platform.
Everything you have been saying since is this line, everything about VDM. You tell me what plus you have for Nigeria? Tell Nigeria the truth.
I know, Mr. Moon. I know. Let me tell you what I am doing for Nigerians. I know you are. Are you a Nigerian, sir?
I'm Nigerian.
So, and I know that you miss adult education. You miss childhood education. You miss childhood. Oga, hold on now. You asked me a question. Can I give you an answer? I want to address him. I want to address Mr. Moon. Mr. Moon. You see the way you talk now, it shows that you miss school. And platform like this educate you.
Are you not ashamed of yourself? Are you not ashamed of yourself? You are fighting a man that don't fight you.
Moon, you are too emotional.
I will not give all these people the chance.
Okay, you are too emotional. That's what I do, fella. You are too emotional, I mean, Mr. Ben and more of us. Just keep quiet and let the two of them talk. Who need your opinion?
Can you compare fella to video?
Please,
I beg no arrest. Somebody that government will fight steadily, like fella. You know this.
Can you do what VDN is doing?
I am doing it. Calm down.
Can you do it?
Mr. Moon. I don't want to, guys. DJ Spark. Hold on, Mr. Moon.
You mute him.
I can't.
I want to know something about yourself. Tell me what you have been doing concerning Nigeria. Your good work you have been doing concerning Nigeria.
Mr. Moon, what I am doing, Mr. Moon, can you define the word logic for me, please?
I can't answer you. My question here, you can never fight a good person like VDN.
He's asking you, can you explain
what it means, what the word logic means?
Don't fight the good people.
He wants to answer you now. Wait.
Who is trying to bring Nigeria together to have a betterment of Nigeria? You are here to fight somebody like that, and I will never give you that chance.
Okay, Abacha that was spying the people that were fighting for their human rights in the Niger Delta.
So can you bring the truth? I'm not talking about Abacha.
What is wrong with you now? Were you not alive when Abacha was in government and came Sarawiwa? See, this is the logic he's talking about. Are you listening to logic? Can you listen to logic?
I'll be watching you.
Let me tell you. Wait. Let me tell you. Just a minute. Just a minute. Let me just tell you what. Wait. You will see me in this country. Just give me 3 months. You see me in this country. Calm down. I don't want you. I'm not telling you now. Calm down. The way I'm fighting, I fight stomach fighters. That's my fight.
CDM
is one of them. You are the one fooling yourself. Being emotional and too one-sided. Listen, let me tell you what video is doing to you people that are just everybody calm down.
Mr. Ben, please mute everybody. Wait.
Okay, I have just dropped. Sorry. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
Mr. Ben is analyzing things on the other side for Nigerians to look. Don't just look one way. He can say another thing for it that he can do. But I am telling you that telling you the other side of the story does not mean ignore it. That is a good thing he's doing for Nigerians. Go ahead.
The other side, you should also highlight the other side.
My brothers.
That exists.
My brothers.
Mr. Ben has never acknowledged the other side. So Masola, you have to correct that. He has never acknowledged the good VDM is doing. It's okay to, like I said, it's okay to highlight that he may have some other sides. Of course, nobody is 100% good. Are you good? Am I good? But
he has said he's not fighting VDM. He says so. No, he doesn't fight VDM. He is giving you the other side of the story.
You've not been, okay, we are all here. We've been
Hello. Yeah, I thought Nigerians are intelligent.
We are intelligent.
I'll be a comment section since I just watch people what you are discussing. I thought Nigerians intelligent. Look at what people are arguing about. Mr. Ben is always saying this is what AI said. The way people are just taking it like Mr. Ben has a quarrel with a VDM or he hates VDM. We in Europe, we don't hate VDM. We don't hate him. Why people don't take it the way people take it things? People don't take it.
Your mentality is to understand him, but there are people watching that don't understand him. There are people watching that don't understand what he's saying. So we have to still put our voice up. Not like this guy that don't have brain that is called Manslaughter. What's his name is? So please, hold on. Hello, please.
Use your brain.
Don't start it.
Good discussion.
Mr. Ben.
You can answer that guy, please.
Can we do something like this?
I just dropped him because coming here to be insulting people is like you are empty. Now, the conversation we're having here is intelligent conversation. And that's why I asked that Mr. Moon that time to discuss, to interpret to me or define what is logic. Because one thing that I've discovered among VDM core supporters is that they lack logic reasoning. They just reason from their anus. I'm not going to lie to you. And they...
You see the way we just be discussing.
Hold on now, let me finish. They come over here, they just on one narrative. Everything I have done here today, I have not had my own. I started with what is control opposition. I have not even got to Showore. I have not gone to other people. And I just discover and I asked AI questions and I discussed with Mr. Chris. And Mr. Chris contributed to the question we asked AI. They said that is not good enough. We asked another question. AI came up and tell us with the behavior and the pattern of this guy. He's looking more like a control opposition, but that does not take the good work he's doing away. But the people, they just want to hear me coming here and say VDM is doing good work. I want to ask you guys a honest question. How do you call yourself an influencer who is fighting the government and you are going to lead a protest and your supporters are not aware of it? You just arrange and enter one school, gather children, make a picture, and you think, and we're here talking, and you think that is how activists that work for the public does things? It is crazy. Now, let us talk about GTB Bank. How many of us know that GTB Bank was a capital failure on VDM head? His mother took loan. His mother transferred the loan to somebody in her office. VDM came online and make nonsense of himself. And his Mumu followers are there shouting free VDM, free VDM. Did you guys lost anything called logic in your life? Now, when I tell you he abandoned it, what is the outcome of the GTB Bank? Who did they sanction? Nobody, because the mother lied.
It's not another topic.
Who says another topic? Prince. If you come here and call me another topic, then I know you lack logic. And logically, what? No, who said that I bring another topic? Please repeat yourself again. Who said this?
I think it's Sakran also.
Sakran, thank you. Have a nice day. You people miss school, and this is how you people born mumu. You know, children go to behave like mugu. They cannot ask. The reason why Nigeria is what Nigeria is today is because we cannot ask questions. Yesterday, the president of Nigeria came out. And he said he attended school with somebody in 1979, 1977, 1979. Why do you think the president told you that? Because he knows that you people are mugu in that country.
That's it. Mr. Ben, thank you for bringing me up to your platform. I think this is my second time on your platform here.
Thank you.
So what I want to say basically is that you see, I always tell people that not every. This is what I used to tell people. I'm not against VDM. I like VDM as a person, right? but I'm not against him. But I cannot say I'm 100% in support of everything he does, because he's a human being. He can make mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. He's not perfect. So what I always say is, not every good thing people do, not everything good thing people do is from their heart. They might do it to get back at somebody, or they might do it to despise somebody, or to make someone feel jealous, make someone feel bad. For instance, the NGO. I'm using that as an example now. The NGO. When it started, because I'm the kind of person that I listen to people, I listen to them very well. I don't just listen to people because of, hey, I like you. No, I must listen to you critically and logically. I listen to you very well, and I follow you by your words. He said something. He said, I want to make NGOs, other NGOs look bad. I want to make the government look bad. I want to make other entrepreneurs, other people that do that support the nation, I want to make them look bad. Which means the essence of doing the NGO is not to even do something right, just to make people look bad. Yes, he's actually doing good, but he's trying to do that good to make somebody look bad. You see the motive behind what he was doing. I'm after the motive. Now, he said he wants to make other NGOs look bad, which means NGOs like Tolo Foundation, NGO, of them, those ones are bad. NGOs like, which other NGOs again? Ones of, what's it called?
They're saving money, they are bad. He's trying to make you are just interpreting it wrong.
So VDM is not
stealing
money in his own NGO.
I'm saying something.
Who in the show the data?
Mr. Masola, sorry, I'm not getting to somewhere. Like I said, I don't hate VDM, but I don't agree with him 100% on everything he does, because most times the guy do things out of emotions. He doesn't like sit down and ask himself some questions before he takes action. That's how I see it.
You go do your own now.
Yes. Hold on, sir. Juliet, you seem to have a lot to say. What do you have to say?
Juliet, let him talk.
Juliet, you have the floor.
Prince Andrew, talk.
Okay, so...
No. I want Juliet to talk. Hold on, sir. Prince, hold on. Juliet, go ahead.
I can't talk. I'm driving,
Get the fuck out of here, man. Go ahead, the Prince. You see that now? You are driving, but you are interrupting somebody.
You are putting your mouth inside.
We are not intelligent. Now you they think I'm.
When you criticize people logically, they say, you don't like this person. Forget about the good thing the person is doing. It's not about doing good thing. Look at the motive behind the other person doing that thing. This person is not doing it because he wants to achieve something. He's doing it because he wants to make the other person feel bad. That's the motive. I was still talking about the NGO stuff. He said he wants to make the other NGO look bad and all that. Till today, he has not done anything with that NGO money. Now, he said people should check the account, always look at the account, if there's any fraudulent act and all that. People started checking the accounts. At some point, they said 20 million was missing and all that. That came out and said it's a prank. In my head, I'm like, okay, what are you trying to achieve by pranking Nigerians? Like, what are you trying to achieve? Remember that period, there's a voice note that came out where he threatened the young man that he's going to beat him up.
Okay, because I want to end this segment now.
Mr. Ben, I've got a question for you.
Have you been listening to what we're discussing, sir?
Yes, I've been here.
So what have you listened to so far before you give me a question? What have you listened to so far before you give me a question, sir? Big Daddy? Big Daddy?
His network has issues.
He said he's a complex person, but now, a few minutes ago now, you just repeated that he said VDM is more like controlled opposition. And remember, ChatGPT said he looks more like controlled opposition just with the one protest that he did in Abuja. Just that one. That is the only reason ChatGPT said he looked more like a controlled opposition. ChatGPT said he is a complex person.
Can you hold on there, please? Have you been listening, sir?
I've been listening. I've been here when we were less than 20 people.
Okay.
I don't know how all these people jump in.
Can you allow me to play it again, please, and pay attention to what ChatGPT said? Thank you.
Here's what I found about Very Dark Man, VDM, aka Martins Vincent Otse, followed by my assessment on whether he aligns with the traits of puff-controlled opposition. Here's what I found about Very Dark Man, VDM, aka Martins Vincent Otse, followed by my assessment on whether he aligns with the traits of puff-controlled opposition. Background and public profile. Real name and origin. Martins Vincent Otse, born April 8, 1994 in Kaduna and originally from Benin City. Graduated in business administration from the University of Lagos site Turn Search 20. Online persona. Known as Online Police, VDM rose to fame in 2022 through viral content calling out celebrity excess, fraud, and government malpractice. He brands himself ad-free and independent site Turn Search 2. High-profile endorsements. Endorsed by musicians like Davido. Nominated for Silverbird Influencer Awards, site Turn Search 2, Turn Search 20. Legal controversies. Arrested multiple times on cyberbullying, cyberstalking, defamation charges, including suits by Mercy Chinwo, ABC Transport CEO's daughter, and Prophet Jeremiah Fufian. Notably detained by EFCC and police, released after public outcry, site Turn Search 2, Turn Search 20. Consumer activism. Critiques on fake products led to NAFDAC controversies and market protests, site Turn Search 8, Turn Search 3. Content pivot. Initially defended LGBTQ+ rights, but later adopted conservative stances, raising questions over authenticity. Site Turn Search 8 VDM in action. Watch VDM joining angry youths in Benue protesting insecurity. Video Very Dark Man. Other angry youths protest in Benue. Demand end. Turn Search 1. Is he controlled, opposition, or genuine activist? Traits that seem genuine. No financial ads. Branding as ad-free and principled against monetization. Site Turn Search 8. Real-world actions. Organizing consumer protests and issuing criticism against influential figures and regulators. Site Turn Search 21. Willingness to risk arrest. His detentions and public defense suggest courage and commitment. Site Turn Search 2. Public scrutiny of elites. Keeping pressure on high-profile figures like Bob Risky, Mercy Chinwo, food and drug, and religious leaders. Site Turn Search 21. Patterns suggesting control opposition. Abrupt, unannounced protests. Much like the teacher strike protest you described, he pops up with minimal buildup or mobilization. Narrative takeover without follow-through. He breaks stories and incites uproar, but outcomes, policy change, sustained campaigns are often unclear. Shifting ideological positions. His pivot on LGBTQ+ issues, from defending to condemning, suggests possible realignment with dominant cultural narratives. Cite a Turn Search 8. Frequent controversy. High churn of legal battles and viral spats may keep his profile loud, but not focused on systemic reform. My opinion, VDM is a complex mix. Genuine elements. He challenges powerful figures, stays ad-free, and endures legal pressure. Controlled opposition traits. He frequently dominates the narrative with no visible campaigns, pivoting strategically when needed. Given your description, surprise teacher strike protest in Abuja, followed by silence, it fits the look of controlled opposition, visible disruption without sustained engagement. That said, there is evidence of sincere activism in other areas. He doesn't fit neatly into one category. You might view him as a hybrid, a provocateur with occasional legitimate impact, but also with signs of controlled opposition playbook. Suggested next steps to evaluate him more conclusively. 1. Track outcomes. Did any of his high-profile actions lead to lasting change? E.g., consumer regulations, lawsuit wins, mobilized voter action. 2. Analyze funding connections. Are there ties to establishment groups or political actors? 3. Observe consistency. Does he regularly build movements or just stage media moments? In short, I lean toward thinking VDM shows many characteristics of controlled opposition, without dismissing the possibility he's a messy but real activist. Would you like help digging into a specific incident?
I'm not going there. Now, this is my turn to talk now. All of these that this ChatGPT brought out was not something I activated. And that's why ChatGPT is telling you where it's getting the information from. And ChatGPT now say, my personal opinion. That's when ChatGPT say his personal opinion. He said, in my opinion, VDM is a complex mix, genuine element. He challenged powerful figures. Then he went ahead and said, he's leaning towards control opposition. Then he asked a question. Treat outcome of all of his protest. Any high profile. For example, the GTB Bank. What was the outcome of the GTB Bank protest? Can anybody give me the outcome?
Okay, can I, I'm sorry, this is my first time of joining you. I want to answer those questions one by one if you give me time.
Yes, what is the outcome of GTB Bank?
Okay, just hold on. Just hold on. Let me give you something. First of all, you use the word, there's a thing you said, what is logic? Now, here's the point. Logic is the study of reasoning, encompass the principle and method used in distinguish between valid and invalid argument.
Yes.
So whatever you're saying right now, you're trying to base it. So let's use the logic. The ability for you to listen to someone else is the ability for you to also, that's another pattern of logic.
Absolutely.
So whoever is for or against, this is a debate. Then you also listen to other people when they articulate their point. You've asked a question, now listen to this. First of all, you need to understand what that person stands for. Activism. Now, if you go to activism, you have to have what is called a definition role. Okay, just listen to me carefully, and I'm going to articulate this point one by one. You need to activate those articulated roles. Now, on that, an activist is an individual who takes intentional actions. Listen to this. Hold on. Intentional actions to bring about social, political, environment, and economic change. So the word complex that ChatGPT is actually referring to is complex in the sense that it does not have a specific direction at which it's going. That's number one. Number two, they have the core traits. Then the core traits talks about passionate, courageous, persistent, articulate, and often community oriented. Now, this is what actually identifies you as what? An activist. When you were saying he's saying his opinion, because that is the characteristics and the traits that ChatGPT actually used in measuring, and this is exactly how you measure who an activist is. And who is VDM? Is an activist. Does it actually give you one direction? No. And that's what this thing is giving you. That it goes about social, it goes about political, it goes about environment, and it goes on to economic change. Now, let's talk about the political one. You go after the elite. It talks about the political injustice that is happening in this country. That's a fact. He also goes about with the social aspect, going after all these celebrities and other things in the community. Two, he also goes about this economic change. Economy has to do with the bank you're talking about right now. So who is VDM? He actually identifies that. Then let's go to the number two, the position within societal structure. You know, that's number one. He said one out of that is talking about relation to power, often positioned as a challenge to the status quo. Did you underline that word? I want you to listen to this so that you know what that ChatGPT is actually interpreting to you.
What are you saying? Which one are you saying? Please. It's two-way conversation.
Now,
what are you saying? Which one are you saying?
You said you were Ben. Hold on now. Don't let me get my point of thought.
No. You are talking. I want to know what you say. You said I should underline what?
And you should. Sorry, can you repeat that question again?
What you say I should underline?
I said you should underline that word, status quo. Status quo. Do you know what status quo means?
Mm-hmm.
This is what we want to do, and we must make sure we do it like this. This is somebody who challenges that. That is what he's telling you. That's activism. They challenge what you are actually saying. Oh, this thing has to remain like this. Like, oh, Nigeria has to be defined by, let's say, this word. Emilokon is my turn. That is,
I beg your pardon. I want you to stop here, please. You are leaving.
Your mic is so low, Mr. Mike. Try to.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I want to contribute something. I want to contribute something because you are not answering the question.
Okay, go ahead. Okay, go ahead. I don't know what you want me to say now.
I will tell you what I want to say. Please, if you are not talking, mute yourself, please. Let me take over this show.
Okay, let me just mute and listen to you, then I'll finish my thoughts.
There's a lot of background noise from you, so I barely can hear you. So that's another thing that is annoying as well.
At work, I'm actually trying to work, and when I see what you brought, I think it's very innovative. That's
Okay, thank you. I much appreciated. But hold on there. Let me just tell you something. ChatGPT said, for us, he said the next suggested next step, track the outcome of any of his high-profile action leading to change. Number 2, analyze.
Give you the answer.
Analyze. Hold on. Number 2, analyze funding connection. Are there any tie to the establishment group, political actors? Number 3, observe consistency. He regularly build movement or just stage media movement. This is 3 questions. Now, number 1 question.
Okay, thank you very much.
He said track outcome. Can you give me outcome of any of his high-profile protests that bring anything tangible?
Let me just give you the high profile. Number 1. Now, let me take you reference. Anything you say, you have to reference it. When you say he's trying to give accuracy of what he's doing, first of all, in this Nigeria we're right now, during the NBAD protest, what led to the NBAD protest?
NBAD government. NBAD government.
Sorry. The protest. And what led to it? It was the tweet and also evidence that VDM actually brought when he went to the prison and see the minors being kept in prison and being tried with treasonable offenses, which is not supposed to be. That is a contrary against our fundamental human right, and it's against the rule of law of this country. And that led to people then accompanying with the situation of the country that triggered the NBAD government. That's a fact. Number 2, you said we should measure it. And number 2, the unaliving of the Benue citizen that he went. This is an online, somebody has to do what is called investigative journalism. That's part of what we call the ability for you to use, let me quote where he was saying that one, where he said, hold on, position on societal structure, relation to power, using often challenge the status quo, challenging the authority that you are not doing well by saying you have a duty to do as a government, but you have failed in your responsibility. He went as far to identify and giving facts about what an ethnic cleansing is happening in that state. And that led to the president actually showing interest by pushing it to the audience, why people started shouting on social media, that led the president to say, I'm going to visit there, because the president had been seeing what is going on in there, but this person went in depth to bring out what is happening. You said we should measure it. This is what I'm doing. I'm using what I'm using here to tell you that these are the measurements at which you are using to push in an ideas, and the people are saying it. What is the result? Did he not bring the president there? And the president not saying, oh, we are going to be sending troops there, blah, blah, blah. That is the result you're saying. Whether it happens or it doesn't happen, he has actually bring out something that is what credible. Go ahead with another question. I can give you an answer if you want us to continue on that track. Go ahead. I'm listening.
Machiavelli.
Former President Jonathan said something here. He said, it is harder to wake somebody who is pretending to be sleeping than somebody that is actually sleeping.
Now, Ben, what you just quoted now, can you cite it with what we are just saying?
Yes, I'm citing it on you right now.
Please, give me evidence.
On you. Can you listen, please?
Go ahead.
On you. You are very, very articulate. You feel like you have the point, but you are missing the point.
the point. I'm giving you evidence.
No. You are not giving evidence.
I'm not saying it's out of my emotion.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. You are not giving no evidence. Period.
He's giving evidence. He is giving evidence.
What are you talking about?
The evidence you are giving. Hold on, sir. You're not going to allow me to talk. If you're not going to allow me to talk, there's no point. No. I want to finish with this guy that I started with. Then any other person can come in. Now, all right. I think I'll give you next to talk. Does VDM does anything outlandish in the public? Yes. Was it programmed to do it? I'm talking, please. Was it programmed to do what he's doing? Yes. Was VDM making a lot of noise? Yes. Did he lead protest? Yes. Does he have any outcome? No. Did he appear in Benue? Yes. Does that Benue thing? Hold on, please. Hold on. It's not a question. I'm stating fact here, please. These are not questions that need a debate. You can rebut it when I finish stating my fact. When I finish stating my fact. Were you aware that VDM was going to lead a protest for the teachers in Abuja?
Thank you. Do you want me to answer the question?
Were you aware that VDM?
Do you want me to answer your question? You have asked the question.
Yes, I want to emphasize it more. So you're not.
He said there's the three. That is a method of activism. You see, under this structure, there is what you call method of activism. You have the direct actions, you have the advocacy, you have the digital, and you have the grassroots organization. Now, here is the point. You see, when you say direct, it's when you start pushing the whole thing to say, everybody, you need to come and join me. Then you have the advocacy about writing petition, policy lobbying, and awareness. Now, listen to this. You see, this is you asking the question, you are laughing. This the method of activity that
you know, you're not correct. Oh God, I know they listen. Oga, I am not listening to Machiavelli. You are talking. This guy, cha. Listen now. Machiavelli. If the place you are working right now, if they no pay una salary for una, they no pay una salary. And I want to protest. No be only you about 10 company in that neighborhood, they know they pay una salary. I have followers. And I want to protest for you. But I don't tell you say they protest for you. I only go to one company and call the members, say, come and join me. I'm protesting. They just see them on the internet, say we are protesting. Even the people, the teachers are not there. The teachers are not there. He just went to one primary school. Hold on. I'm stating fact. Then you can dab it the way you want to dab it. He just went to primary school and gathered children outside. Was it just one school that they were not paying? Did you see any teacher there? Was the Ratted gang aware that their boss was going to do protest? Was there anybody aware, have a sneak of feet that there's going to be a protest in Abuja? To join. Did he announce it to the public to join him? But he showed the video to you in the public.
To answer your question now.
But he has time. Hold on. He has time to organize civil defense to come and support him and stand with him there. But he did not have time to inform you. He did not have time to inform the Nigerian people. He did not even have time to inform the rest of the school in Abuja. But he's protesting for them.
Okay, do you want me to answer?
No, it's not. You don't need an answer because this is not like a debate of one or two. These are facts. Is this fact or not fact? Is this fact or not fact? No. Are this fact? Did VDM inform the public that he was going to protest?
Okay, let me answer your question now.
Did the VDM inform the public, yes or no?
Hey, go.
Mr. Benson,
Okay,
Mr. Benson, let him answer the question.
now.
You have asked, let
No, I said, did the VDM inform the public he was going to protest or not?
Okay, that's fine. Let me answer your question.
No, it's not fine. I say, did the very dark man inform his follower on his 2 million page he was going to protest or not?
Listen, first of all, the answer is a yes and a no.
What is yes and no?
Let me answer
I beg. Carry your noise. Carry your noise to somewhere else, my friend. Carry your noise to somewhere else. You say you see him.
That's your way. You want to see someone more intellect than you. You're quick to do. Why did you drop it?
No.
Why did you drop it?
He is not sound. He's not balancing.
Okay, you take over. You Chuku take over. Chuku take over. Chuku. Did VDM inform the public he was going to protest?
What point have you made, Masolai? You're saying he doesn't have a point.
I have showed you that all of that can be stage managed. You're trying to prove that cannot be. I say these things can be stage managed, and it's simple as that. Because in politics, somebody asks, does it? I say it can all be an arrangee, period. And that is the area which we used to tackle it. And then let's see what the chat GPT gave reason. He said, these things, look at it, it doesn't lead to a terminal solution. It's just more of a cloud chasing at the end of the day. Okay, Mr. President has solved the problem in Benue. Has he really solved that problem now? Okay, let me ask, can I go to Benue and do that same thing? Okay, can I do cloud chasing and then Mr. President goes there and then sees something? Does that solve the problem really? Can a cloud chasing, can an arrangement be done to make that to be like that? The answer is yes. Because in politics, you can crook anything in. And then it will appear as if, listen, somebody who has people who follow him like that can manipulate anything. The last bank thing just proves it. Proves that there is nothing that this guy is aiming at, really. If he was even used in that Benue, so he was proving that he was the only one that was able to penetrate through all that protest. This. What is that? That can be all stage managed.
Yeah, he can be stage managed.
I mean, I don't believe in what he's doing. Now let me say something. Let me just drop this point. Now, it's just like a pastor who is doing ritual behind the scene and is coming to do perceived healing in public and he's having crowd. And then anything you say, the crowd say, no, that's my pastor. But behind it is ritual. You want me to come and prove to you is ritual? But meanwhile, I can spot some things and say something is wrong here.
What I say, sir, what I say to people that come on this platform and argue is this. Hold on, sir. Hold on. I say what I say on this platform that is surprising to a lot of people is I try as much as possible to stay on a logical part of the conversation. I don't have any personal problem with Very Dark Man. He's nobody to me. He's nobody. Like when I mean nobody, he's like zero. His impact is zero.
Just like you.
Your mic is a problem. Your mic has a problem.
I mean, I say his impact to me is zero.
You have impact to him, or do you have impact to the people?
I don't have impact to him. I have no added, no value. Man like Ike, man, hold on, please, guys. This is why Very Dark Man lock you guys out of his page. He lock you out. You cannot say anything to him. Don't let me begin to talk street talk now. Who be this one? Wait, I no get sense. Who be this one? Who be this one? Who be this one? Who be this? Who be this Bobrisky? Wait, I no get sense. Who be this? Who be this Bobrisky? Wait, I no get sense. And he just enter now. Oh. He just enter.
The problem with most people, they are too emotional. You see, once you are too emotional, you don't look at the facts. You are looking at them, but look at the facts. Who is an activist? An activist is simply
bring change.
That brings change. Now, when you say what is the goal of BDM?
He said there must be consistency.
There must be consistency. We have Ganifa Omi. We have this other lawyer. We have a lot of activists.
Just having media moments online.
Sorry, can you call the other lawyer? Can you call?
Professor Batojomi is consistent in his opposition.
Yes, then
Falana in a way, yes, is consistent.
Yes,
even if you want to look at the old people, what's his name that any musicians, those people that stood against God, you will know their own line. Their lane is there. And that is why government will go against them directly. Not be this one, they go arrest person for outside GTB, then go protest. Then meanwhile, the mother is really owing GTB. So what
you see that? You see in all of the conversation now, none of them talk about the mother of VDM owing GTB.
Look, Mr. Ben, let me just say this. Let me say this quickly. Now, if all of us agree that the purpose of activism is to achieve political and social goal, if we agree that, then let's look at the actions of this man. Now, you are using your love or your hate for the system or for the government. I don't care about the government. To actually not judge a man and quickly transit the man from just being a mere influencer into an activist.
Because it's a government agent. And most of these people are hired.
You talked about the GT goal. What was the goal he went there for? He said the mother GT Bank just took money out of the mother's account without any explanation. Now you actually bet the public against GT Bank. Now you've gone to the GT Bank, you've realized that your mother is owing money.
People close down their bank account.
Now a lot of people close their account.
Owing the bank.
An activist does. You didn't come back to even apologize to GT. You didn't even come back to say I was wrong. You did what is even now your social shit? You came and said, okay, people were doing bleaching cream and all that. Those are not issues. Those are issues with regulations that have to do with INEC. A responsible person, what you do, you send a petition to NAFDAC, not to come on social media and begin to chase clouds. You are simply chasing clouds. You are trying to grow your traffic.
It's just
activists are responsible people that stays within a line. And if you watch their actions is not always all about gathering people.
No. You understand?
It is all about following a policy plan, policy line.
VDM led the protest.
Now, you see when Machiavelli started speaking, I'm so glad that Mr. Ben did what he did. Do you know I was in Machiavelli's life yesterday? It doesn't allow you to talk. If you are not speaking in the line of what he believes in, it shuts you down. True to God, I'm not lying to you. That is his pattern. Now, they believe they have facts, but their facts are all emotionally backed. You are just moving in
noise
circles.
Makers. That is what they are.
Moving in circles.
Okay.
Hold on. One, VDM is not suited. It doesn't even have the intellectual power for activism. It's not educated enough to understand what to say or what not to say. It doesn't even understand what mobilizing the people is. Just as what Mr. Ben said, VDM do not even mobilize who is fighting for. It doesn't even inform them. VDM just step on issues that are public discourse so that he can gain popularity.
That's it.
Oh my God.
That's what it does. When they tell you some of these campaigns or protests that went on, protests were announced, goals were written out. You will see what we intend to achieve. Item 1, we want to achieve this. Item 2, we want to achieve this. Item 3. Then you keep it like that for a month. So it becomes part of the minds of the people that are coming out to protest. And at the end of the protest, you go back and say, we achieved why we came out to protest. But have you seen anything that BDM do that comes back to say, let's reassess?
No lasting change. Just
as if when we reassess is action. Have been taking time to reassess?
It just moves to the next.
So why can you not glorify that as activism? Because you ate the rhetorics or we ate what is happening in the country does not make us foolish. Not actually see truth. Now, somebody is questioning in there. You are looking at how well is twisting his mouth to speak English and you say he's giving facts. It's not in English. It's in looking at the facts he's giving. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Mr. Fab, good evening.
Yeah, Mr. Ben, well done, sir.
Thank you.
Please, we are actually not looking at the profit aspect of the guy's behavior.
Yes.
He's doing all this to get money on social media.
That's exactly what he's doing.
And that is where he actually makes his money from.
That's exactly what he's doing.
It for public interest. He has come out severally to tell people that I am not an activist, so I am not running for politics. But why do you want to push somebody into what he does not believe in? He does not believe in activism. He has told you severally, go and look at his videos. And you call him the surname he doesn't belong to. Directly or indirectly, he has told you I am out to make money. That is what he's telling you. So why are you calling him an activist? That is number one. Number two is this. Just look at the man. You came out. It shows part of the brain is not working. You came out and led a bank to have stolen your mother's money. It's an allegation. An allegation that was not proven. Now the bank sat you down, analyzed to you, make you believe your mother who gave birth
is a liar.
That is a Jesus. Does not have integrity. The same your mother who was lying, pay tithe to a pastor.
That for money she received without knowing the source.
For money she received without knowing the talk. And this is a son who does not believe in Jesus Christ. Who called the pastors criminals. So your mother is using the money that came miraculously to pay tithe. And your same mother says she's not aware. And your same sister is crying of the money they received from the Holy Spirit. And your mother does not want to pay the bank back. And the son wants to intimidate the bank.
Mr. Fab.
How does this work?
Mr. Fab, ChatGPT said narrative takeover without follow through.
That's it.
No, I didn't say this. So he breaks stories and incite emperor, but outcome nothing.
ChatGPT said it does not lead to electoral reform. There is no something concrete.
He said shifting his ideological position. VDM used to talk for LGBTQ community. He used to say anybody who talk against gay, they will go to hell. He changed it. He used to be a man that go from hotel to hotel to entertain men. Today, he want to condemn the fellow men that are trying to do that in the society. Even the one that say they're not doing that, they're just dressing like a girl. So all of these things shows that this guy is struggling to identify who he is as a person. But unfortunately, Nigerians are kind of, how can you say Nigerians are smart when you see somebody stand on the pulpit and said, I asked somebody to appear in Germany toilet and appear in France, and 5,000 people stand up to clap. So I'm not surprised that VDM has followers that are ready to put their life down for him. Now, I've been insulted here, but one thing you cannot insult me is that you cannot tell me I'm not intelligent. I'm more intelligent than most of his followers that are advocating this nonsensical behavior on social media. Now, the experiment we do today is an experiment that will live long in the mind of many Nigerians. Now, Mr. Fab, you were here the other day when we talked about somebody that went online and profile VDM and say VDM graduated from University of Lagos. As time will have it, ChatGPT brought that statement out today and say VDM graduated from University of Lagos and Business Administration. We all know it's a lie. This is one of these people that go online writing articles that make no sense. And ChatGPT quote the article. It's nobody article, is Gist3. There's no news called Gist3. It's one person that opened a blog with WordPress and did that. VDM has said it. He didn't go to school. The highest is go to his secondary school, which he did not completed.
WordPress education.
Yes. So we are here right now, and you can see the lies that these people are propagating. And if people like us are not here to basically challenge it, it will go unchecked. Now, most of the profile that ChatGPT brought out today is not from me. I just asked the questions in conjunction with people that are watching. And we asked, who is this guy? They say he's learning through us control opposition. If it's not a control opposition, how do you say you're protesting for teachers and those teachers are not aware?
No teacher is there.
Are you people that mugu in your life? How do you jump into a bank and say bank rob your mother, and at the end of the day, bank told you we did not rob your mother, is a thief. You took twice loan. You carry money from your pocket and pay bank. And you came out to say, bank will still hear it. I am still going to push. From that day he made that video, you never hear anything again.
I also want to bring back to people's memory. It was a different analysis from even the lawyer to the public. The lawyer itself misinformed the public over his arrest. GTB brought evidence out. What's it called? Coco P gave another analysis. The guy who was coming out also gave another analysis about his arrest. When he came out, he gave different analysis about his arrest. Even the lawyer itself was not truthful about the arrest. The lawyer threatened to sue GTB. He never sued GTB because he knows the implication of suing GTB. He knows.
There's no evidence to do that.
Up to now.
Let me just address somebody on the comment section that said. Let me just address somebody. Let me address somebody on the comment section that said we are only allowing people that talk what we want to hear. Absolutely no. When I started this program, most of the people that are here are complete VDM supporters, and I don't say you should support your brain first. What I advocate on this platform is logic reasoning. Now, insult, abuse does not do it for me. Once you cannot engage your head and just trying to abuse somebody shows that you are empty. How do you go and do a protest and the people you're protesting for are not aware and you are still giving a justification? How is it even possible? How is it even possible?
The people you're protesting for, they are not there.
They are not there.
What are you telling me?
And God's power say we are confused people. You know the confused that your family have. Now you make them give back to you. And you can't confuse. They go online, they look for hero. They look for hero up and down. They look for hero. Instead of making yourself a reason, a thinker, you are going online looking for hero.
That is their problem.
Mr. Ben, if you are sensible, you are logical, do you need help from people? So what does this young
just hold on. Somebody comment now. He said, so you want the teacher to be sacked? Just think about this. Think about this. And this person put Austria flag. So you want, if I want the people to be sacked, they are already on a strike, and a big voice is trying to protest for them. You say, if I want them to be sacked, you know, say you be mugu. You see, okay, these are the people.
It just shows its emptiness.
I'm telling you, the amount of laziness of these people that call themselves VDM supporter is shocking to me. VDM did not even tell them that he's going to protest. He did not even tell his supporter.
We just saw this thing in the evening of that day. Meanwhile, this thing took place in the morning. He's just good at giving videos to the public to watch.
Mr. Ben,
Just
Mr.
a
Ben,
social media.
there is nothing you do.
There's no activism there. Me, I'm an activist. I'm sorry, please. I'm an activist. I know when an activist is a stomach fighter. I know when he is serious. So once you are not serious, I will tell you, sir, you are not. Because going by your antecedents, I follow what you've been doing. Have you landed at any results? Is there any concrete follow-up? Is that your thing bringing any change or in the movement or something? These are the things I watch out for. Just look at our president. Just look at you will just know this man used to just talk for his belly and pockets. At the end of the day, and yet he had followers. What are we saying with him now?
Let me also bring you back to something. Yes. When he had issues in the in Davido's party, go and listen to the video. He made a statement. He said when he had with Obi Kubana, he said he does not mingle with the rich people. Look at Obi Kubana. The money is spent. He doesn't spend it on poor people. How will you spend lavishly? He doesn't mingle with the rich people. He does not care about their money. Now the footballer he mingle with, is he a poor guy?
Selective, whatever.
Selective activism. Guys, I want to.
He went to Turkey to enjoy.
I thank you guys.
Why not using the money for charity?
I thank you guys. We're gonna connect later, and I'm gonna leave now. It's 2:40. 2 hours 40 minutes I spent already, and I want to go. I want to thank you, Mr. Fab. To come, mostly thank you, Chris. Thank you, Sir Cliff. Thank you, and all of you that joined us earlier that dropped off or the one I dropped. I thank you guys for making your contribution. What I want you guys to do is to be logical, be reasonable, so that you know go born mumu. Because with the way una they think, if you go knock any woman tonight, na mugu you go born. Now yes, you go born, and I'm trying to deliver you. The reason why the president came out yesterday and tell Nigerians he attended school with somebody in 1977 is because he knows when I know they ask questions. The reason why very dark man does what he does is because he already have this allegiance of followers that don't ask questions. So he throw you gabush and when I go take and they go everywhere. If you are asking questions, they will not be throwing you nonsense. Even things that can be easily be verified. But you people are not even ready for verify. Anybody who want to verify, you say the person is against VDM. I don't hate VDM. I'm just telling you.
Before we go, sir.
Yes, sir.
I want to quickly tell some of our audience that we are unable to come up, or some that we're up could not speak. I want you to know that when this is the first time I'm coming live with Mr. Ben, and I always use this word. I said we are both seeing him from different
angle.
You understand? Until we, as a collective individual or as a Nigeria, understand that a vehicle is not powered by only the fuel. It's powered by the tires, the engine. A lot go on for it to move. I don't know if you understand. So also is Nigeria. That is why when you see people questioning your faith, your celebrity, when you see people questioning their character, don't fight them. Listen, learn, or correct the person in words, not to fight, like insulting each other because of this particular person. What about if Mr. Ben is right after all? What about if he's right? And let's say no government that has served or that have served in Nigeria that we don't miss. When the next one comes, we will miss the previous one. It's true, it's there. So when people came out now and be criticizing this present government, don't attack them. Learn, listen. You understand? We don't need to fight each other.
There is no government that doesn't have control of opposition. Nigerians should learn it.
Yeah, that is what I was telling my brother. I was on the fact that it's not a control. He was convincing me with an evidence, which I was trying. We were both trying to learn from each other. So I'm trying to educate other people that don't fight anybody. We don't need to. You understand?
Somebody is making his money. He's just making his money, and we are fighting.
Yes. Somebody because of that. Yes.
Somebody might be driving a car and saw me on the one and say, "Are you going my direction?" I said, "Yes." I will ask, "Are you going the same direction?" He will say yes. But on his mind, he wants to take me there so that he could control my decision tomorrow. But when I come down from his vehicle, I can challenge that man is a good man. That man, you don't know the aim behind it. I don't know if you understand me. So when you see people questioning your favor, questioning the authority of the day, listen and learn. If you have to make a correction or point out a correction, not to fight each other. You understand? Because when he came up with this discussion, first I told him, I said, we are seeing this guy from different angles. He said, okay, let's ask ChatGPT. So ChatGPT, with his character portrayed on the internet, we could align, we could agree, we could analyze some things and see, oh, okay, now if I have loved him 100%, he won't change the love I have for him. Even if at the end of the day I know the kind of person he is, it won't change. I love him as a human being, but his tension needs to be studied.
Thank you.
I don't know if you understand. So
we absolutely understand. Thank you so much. That is absolutely fantastic. I want to thank you guys. I'll be back in the evening. Thank you guys. Yes, thank you.